Hello, everyone. Costless here with another weekly preview show of the NFL Week 4 in 2024. And yeah, I do want to say it's occurring to me that this season's flying by. There's some games that I've been watching where it's like, man, these games are boring. I'm not. I know it's like the elephant in the room. Has this season really been a dud? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna not give you a decisive answer. But honestly, people that are asking that question, I do not blame them. Of course, I could say, oh, it's because back in my day, back when I was a kid, the games were a lot better. But you know, you, I'm trying to remove all bias aside. It's just there's been games. Maybe it's just the prime time games because that's those are the ones that I usually have time to watch. It's just I don't know. It's just something's missing. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the GOAT. Maybe it's Peyton Manning, Eli, Drew Brees. Really good quarterbacks because, of course, the quarterbacks playing right now aren't to that level whatsoever. But let's quit with the rambling and get into my picks here. So, of course, Thursday Night Football, my New York Football Giants. Yes, I'm wearing Tiki Barber. Everyone, he's a controversial figure, but at the end of the day, he was a damn good player. And I do like his work on the WFAN. I really like the show he does with Evan Roberts. So I saw it at the mall, and I was literally shocked that they sold this because I live deep into Cowboys country. I live in Texas right now, going to school. So I was just shocked they had a Tiki jersey. I had to buy it. It's just literally the same exact shirt as my Jeremy Shockey one. So I have like basically the same shirt, but it is what it is. I have to show my support for the New York Giants some way. So the Giants against Dallas. I'm going to go with Dallas. I'm going to go with Dallas on this one. Try not to speak too much on this game. But the Dallas is a team that could go to the playoffs. It's feasible. It's logical that they could be a playoff team. Whereas the Giants, they're just trash. They are a trash team, and it pains me to say this. It pains me to say this. That Cleveland Browns victory, it's just fucking fake hope. Honestly, it's honestly how could I put this? It is just it's like a kick to the nuts because you just know that some people are going to bite. They're going to say, wow, the New York Giants, they could be good this year. And then, of course, we're going to get what we're going to get on Thursday, which at the end of the day is going to be a Brian Dable having his head up his ass. It's going to be primetime Daniel Jones, which is probably the worst quarterback he ever seen play in the NFL. And our defense isn't going to show up. So Dak Prescott's going to have like a Hall of Fame game. It is what it is. I think I told my friend at work 31-10 Cowboys. So we'll see if that result holds. I put it on the record. So let's see if I can really just predict the score. So I'm going with Dallas on that one. I hate them, but we suck. There's not much to say there. Philadelphia at Tampa. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Yes, I'm a Philadelphia hater. Fuck the Eagles. Tampa Bay, they disappointed me last week by losing to Denver. I don't expect that to happen again. They need to win this NFC South. With Atlanta looking pretty decent, they cannot be dropping too many games like this. They can't lose back to back. Then I don't think they will. Philly, the same things apply to Philly. Philly, idiotic coach, idiotic analytics department. I don't trust them. Yes, they have Saquon, but who's gonna point out that Jalen Hurts sucks? Like he's just trash. He's not a good quarterback. But I shall move on. The Saints in Atlanta playing the Falcons. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. The Saints, you let me down not beating Philly last week, and Atlanta has been looking good. They almost beat the Chiefs. They gave the Chiefs a good game. So and they're at home. I'm gonna take Atlanta. I'm gonna take Kirk Cousins over Derek Carr on that one. Minnesota in Lambeau taking on the Packers. I'm going to go with Minnesota. This is definitely a game that I could see the Packers winning, but the fact that there's still no Jordan Love, you're still playing Malik Malik Willis. I know Willis is his last name. I don't know if his first name is Malik. Please forgive me, but I'm not gonna. He's a career backup. Let's be honest. But yeah, Willis. He's gonna be the quarterback. I don't like that. I think Brian Flores and the defensive coordinator for the Vikings is gonna make Willis look foolish, and the offense look foolish in general. So I'm gonna take Minnesota on that game. Rams in Chicago taking on the Bears. I'm going to go with the Rams. Chicago could go on and win this game. I'm not gonna kid. I'm not gonna be lying to you, but I'm gonna go with coach and quarterback. The quarterback, you have a veteran Matthew Stafford, and coach, you have Sean McVay. Caleb Williams playing really reckless. Don't like that, but he's a rookie. He's gonna do that. Honestly, I'm not too surprised. I just don't like it. So I'm gonna go with the Rams on that one. But Chicago, I have nothing against you. It's just growing pains. He needs to mature on the field. But eventually, I think you guys have the good quarterback. You have a good quarterback in place that can lead you for the next few years at least. Cincinnati in Carolina. I'm going for the upset. I'm going to go with Carolina. I got Dalton over Burrow. Cincinnati, I'm watching the nightcap with Shay Shay and Ocho, and Shannon Sharp's telling him, "Oh, you're gonna lose to the Panthers too." And I'm thinking there, I'm like, is he joking? But honestly, this is a type of game where you can just see the Bengals just imploding. You can really see the Bengals imploding. And it's also in Carolina. I know they only have like 10 fans in the stadium during their games, but I'm going to go with Carolina. Fuck it. I'm going to go for the dog on that one. Jacksonville and Houston, a game where I'm not going to take the underdog on for sure. Texans got exposed, embarrassed, whatever you want to say. In Minnesota, it's not going to happen for the second straight week. They need to jump back on the horse. Houston by a lot. That's going to be a nasty game if you're a Jaguars fan. Denver at playing the Jets in Jersey, going with the Jets. Of course, you can say, hey, they went, the Broncos went on the East Coast, beat a good team, and the Buccaneers, they could go back to the East Coast and beat another good team in the Jets. Not with Aaron Rodgers. I just don't see these are games that you just need to just get a win. And I think with Rodgers in place and the way that the defense isn't looking as good as it was last year, but still doing pretty decent, I don't see the Jets, having a mistake in losing this game. Going with the Jets on this one. Steelers at the Colts. I'm going with Pittsburgh. I don't like Indy. And it's not like I don't like them. I just don't like the roster, the setup, the coach. I can't even tell you the coach's name. I think it's Steichen or something. He's a bum. He hasn't impressed me one bit with what he's done in Indy. Richardson was a risky pick to begin with. He was a project, so I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I just see Tomlin doing Tomlin things. He's going to make it look ugly if he has to. And they're undefeated. So it's going to be – I'm pretty sure they're the betting favorite. So I'm taking the Steelers on that one. New England at San Francisco. New England, man, you fooled me with Cincinnati. You're not going to fool me again. San Francisco at home. Patriots have to fly across the country to take on the Niners. The Niners, they lost to Minnesota. Then they lost again to the Rams, so the Niners not doing well. I'm going to have to take the Niners back against the walls. Back against the wall here. And I'm going to go with the Niners. Should be an easy win. The Commanders in Arizona. So this is one where people could say I'm trying to jinx them, but I'm going to go with Washington here. Many reasons. Of course, they really impressed me on Monday night. But Arizona, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a close one. I just like, what Washington has, I'm jealous of. They have a good head coach. They have a good offensive coordinator in Cliff Kingsbury, and now their rookie quarterback showed up. He didn't look great against the Giants. We couldn't even score a touchdown on our defense, which is really really embarrassing. But man, like now they showed their potential, which is amazing, and I like what they have compared to Arizona, and I still rate Kyler Murray, but I just think Washington's gonna have too much for them. Kansas City at the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers here. I've always made a joke that the Giants are my only team, but if I were to be a jerk off and say, oh, well, my AFC team, it's the Chargers. I have a soft spot for them. My parents, when they were very young, lived in San Diego for some time, went to Chargers games. I don't mind them. I don't mind them. I like the jerseys. I don't mind Harbaugh. I respect what they're trying to do, but and you can say, well, they're playing the Chiefs and all this. I like the Chargers on this one. They lost against Pittsburgh. Harbaugh's not going to lose two in a row. It's going to take a lot. And you could say it's going to take a lot. And the Chiefs could definitely do it with the horseshoe up their ass. Great roster, great coach. But I don't know. I just feel the Chargers. Of course, that might be me just wanting the Chargers to win just to make things interesting. But it is what it is. I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one. Cleveland in Vegas taking on the Raiders. One of my good subscribers of mine here is a Raiders fan, so I should be careful what I say. No, I'm joking. I'm going with the Raiders on this one. Calm down. We're going with the Raiders. Call me foolish. Cleveland, we beat Cleveland. We, as in the Giants, we beat Cleveland. I'm not too impressed. Cleveland could definitely win this, but I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I think their defense is gonna fuck this game up. There's just and in a good way. Like just gonna fucking put Watson on his ass. They're gonna be all over the receivers, just playing lockdown defense. And of course, Max Crosby is such a motherfucker, man. He is a bad man. And yeah, he's gonna wreck that game. I can just see it. Our defensive ends were able to get their hands on Deshaun Watson, and they're not the greatest. Kevin Thibodeau and Brian Burns, they're not world beaters like Crosby is. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders here, and I know the Raiders just lost to the Panthers. You don't have to refresh my memory here, but I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one. The Bills and traveling to Baltimore to play the Ravens. I'm gonna go. Now this one I highlighted because I could just change my mind during filming, but I'm gonna stick to my. I'm gonna stick to my guns here. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. They need to go back to 2-2. Buffalo is riding high over beating Jacksonville, but they're not playing. It's a different caliber team. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. How confident I am in that, I'm not too sure to tell you, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Tennessee going to Miami. Tennessee. I'm gonna take Tennessee foolishly. I know Levis, without Gia is just a bum throwing interceptions as like he's giving out candy on Halloween. But I'm gonna have to go with the Titans, man. The Dolphins season's done. The quarterback Thompson's cheeks like another player that should be playing in the UFL. Quite honestly, but yeah, I'm just going with the Titans there. Titans won last year. This was basically a rematch, Monday Night Football rematch, and that was when Levis went off. So maybe Levis going against this Miami defense, he has good vibes going in. Maybe can get the dub. Hopefully he does, because I want to have a very high success hit rate on this week, unlike other weeks where I'm below 50% or 50%. It's just ridiculous. And for the last game, and also a Monday Night Football game, Seattle at Detroit. I'm going to go with Detroit on this one. Detroit's at home. I sold my Detroit stock, then I bought it back, but then I just saw they had some injuries. But do I trust Seattle to go to Detroit and get a win? This one I might actually change. Uh, fuck. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna stick with Detroit. If Seattle wins this, I'm gonna say I told you so. Just to be a clown, just to mess with you guys. But I'm gonna go with Detroit on that one. But those are my picks for Week 4 of the NFL season. If you've been enjoying it, please let me know by commenting, telling me what controversial picks I made. What else? Yeah, just any thoughts about the season so far. And yeah, comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I've been enjoying doing this NFL content. This is basically my little passion project, little hobby. Because once March rolls around, once the NFL season's over, I'm basically have to get to work on this YouTube channel. And if you're interested, please. But I'm doing a third division USA soccer team. So I know that's not going to get a lot of interest from NFL fans, but that's basically what I'm going to be doing like full time on this channel. And yeah, and then once football season starts, I'll start doing this on the side. But I've been getting views on these, so I appreciate everyone watching this, and hopefully you guys been enjoying it. But until next time, I'll see you then. Costless time out.